to the channel, everybody. Welcome back to Merch It. If this is your first time on our platform, we discuss all things fragrances and all things hip hop. So if that's the type of content that y'all interested in, make sure y'all run up them comments, like, share, and hit that subscribe button. But yo, what we got for y'all is just some straight fire, man. This is a versus battle, and it's between two excellent Tom Ford fragrances, man. Those two Tom Ford fragrances are these two bottles right here. Right here we have Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford, and this is Bitter Peach by Tom Ford. Oh man, look at them side by side. These are both great though, man. But yo, they're not necessarily similar as far as the texture and how they smell, but this is just a battle with two great Tom Fords, man. So let's see which one comes out on top. So we're gonna kick it off with the first bottle, and the first bottle we're gonna be talking about is this right here, Bitter Peach, and this is certainly a gourmand. I feel like this leans just a tad bit more to the feminine side, I feel, but I feel like overall this is for men and women. This is a straight gourmand. In it has like more so like some citrusy notes, but what is the word I'm looking for? It's not necessarily musty, but it's definitely bitter, and that's exactly what you get out of this. That's why it's called Bitter Peach. Perfect name. So in this we have blood orange. That's where that citrus note comes from. We have peach, of course, and it's very peachy at the end of the day. Oh man, that peach note, the blood orange is in this. We get tonka bean is in both of the fragrances, and I feel like that really drives and brings out somewhat more of a darker appeal. Vanilla is in this, and I feel like when you first spray this, you get a very just great incense of just peach, and like I said, more so of that bitterness comes to play. And I feel like this is certainly a compliment getter because there's not too many fragrances that smell like this or even really on a similar note. I feel like, well, now actually thinking about it, Tobacco Vanille, which we're going to get into, Tobacco Vanille kind of has somewhat more of like that darker gourmandish type of feel, but it's still not exactly what Bitter Peach is. This is definitely a unique fragrance, man. I honestly never smelled anything like this, to be quite honest with you. And I feel like if you're looking for a gourmand, especially one that nobody else smells like, this is definitely something that you want to go for, man. Perfect gift. I feel like projection time is going to last you about 7 hours. You're definitely going to push for 7 hours out of this. Maybe even 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? So 7-8 hours. And I feel like this lasts about like the feet. You're definitely going to probably pick up on like, let's say 3 feet, 2 feet. I'm not gonna necessarily say it's subtle, but I feel like more of that bitter, darker, gourmandish, take. I think that it kind of mellows down something that's very loud and spicy, like a citrus note. But overall, this is quite warm, and you rock your fragrances when and however you want to rock them. But I feel like this is a great fall fragrance at the end of the day. So I feel like you could really pull this off in spring, but fall time is definitely where you want to go with this. And it kind of reminds me of like some type of gourmandish pie. But overall, this is very peachy, and if I had to rate this, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna keep it solid. Love this fragrance, and it's definitely something that you would want to buy somebody for a gift. I do feel like this is a blind buy. Only thing is, I feel like it is just a little more feminine, but a dude, he could certainly pull this off as well. And let's go on to Tobacco Vanille. Now this right here, this dropped in 2007, but no, let me be serious, man. This dropped in 07, but don't let that fool you. This right here is still very, very much relevant. Don't let the 07 fool you. This smells like nothing I smell today. This is something that you could rock back then and now, man. This is definitely one of my favorite Tom Ford fragrances, and this is one of those fragrances I would consider somewhat complicated because it has some very unique and just exquisite layers to it. So like I said, this has tonka bean in it as well. But of course, this has tobacco in it, it has vanilla in it, and you pick up a lot on that vanilla and tobacco. It's very spicy and warm, but you also have cacao in this. And that cacao is what really drives its uniqueness out, because with that cacao, this overall, I feel like smells like yams. It has amber in it as well, and that's where that spiciness also comes from. But I feel like this has it smells like candied yams. So think yams in a bottle. Think, you're making a sweet potato pie or something, or just you got candy yams on Thanksgiving inside of a bottle. And that's exactly what this smells like. But if you dig deeper and imagine something else, it's just the pure gourmand, and that cacao in it really brings out somewhat more of a creamier nature. And I feel like blended with more so of that yam aesthetic to it, it smells like chocolate. You can definitely pick up on chocolate with this fragrance, man. This is something that I'd recommend for anybody as well. If I had to rate this, give me a 12 out of 10, man. This right here, you're definitely going to push for 10 hours. I think this is beast mode for sure. And you're going to get 3 feet. You know, somebody's definitely going to turn their head and compliment you. Dogs out there, man. Hey, spray this on y'all neck when y'all girl giving y'all a hug, man. She's definitely going to want to bite your neck, give you a hickey. She going to think that you a gingerbread man or a chocolate bar or something, man. She going to think that you some candy yams on Thanksgiving. You're a straight gourmand rocking this. This right here is exquisite, man, and the multiple layers just really come out. It definitely smells like a seasonal, like fall time or winter time. So you want to rock this on Halloween, Christmas, or Thanksgiving around the winter and fall time. Like I said, rock your fragrances whenever, but this is definitely going to correlate very well with that time. And I feel like there is really not a best time to rock this fragrance. So like if it's in a day or a night, you put this on and you know what I'm saying, you fresh to death, man. Everybody gonna turn their head and compliment you with this. This right here is Tobacco Vanille, and I'm gonna give this a 12 out of 10. It's definitely one of the better Tom Ford fragrances, and I feel like this is taking the cake. So if I had to choose which one I'd tell somebody to cop, I'm definitely gonna give them Tobacco Vanille. Though I don't think this is necessarily a straight blind buy, because I feel like you have to have somewhat more of like a taste for like a gourmand, or just like a, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like I think this is just a little darker than this. I feel like this is just a tad bit colorful. So I feel like a lot of people probably flock more to this. This is certainly a lot more mature. So you're definitely going to be making a huge, bold statement, because this has an excellent mature presence. This has somewhat more of a colorful, youthful presence. Though they're both somewhat more of a darker gourmand, this just comes off a little bit more lighter. Even the bottles, look at the bottles, the aesthetics. You can tell which one is lighter. But yes, even though this is not necessarily a blind buy, I'm still going to give the edge to this one over Bitter Peach. But Tobacco Vanille is certainly a 12 out of 10. Excellent fragrance. Tom Ford did y'all thing, man. And that is the verses, man. If y'all have these 2 bottles, let me know, or if y'all just smell one of them, let me know how y'all feel about each bottle. Let me know which one y'all think is the best. Let me know y'all favorite Tom Fords in general, man. Y'all favorite gourmands. You know what I'm saying? Any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comment section down below. Make sure you like, make sure you run up them comments and hit the subscribe button. Much love, Fragrance fam. Thanks for staying tuned. We gone.